Alright, so here we are on the side of the house. As you can see, there's a lot of vegetation. You can see a lot of trees, bushes, bougainvillea bushes. They're actually touching the side of the wall, and the rats can actually climb up and get onto the roof line from here. A good thing to do is actually cut the trees about 2 feet away from the roof line. That way the rats can't climb up the trees and get onto the roof. Another thing we need to do, if you're dealing with a home with a crawl space, your crawl space vents. This one had a lot of gaps, so we had to rescreen around the vents. Here we have a crawl space door. There's a lot of gaps from the stucco siding breaking apart because this home's so old. We had to re-stucco and rescreen the door. That way the rats cannot fit back through. So once the rats can't leave anymore, they're going to be stuck inside the house if there's any left inside. That way they're going to be forced to eat off the traps that we've set for you. So, we just want to make sure your house is completely sealed. The rats have actually been climbing up this vine on the house right here. As you can see, they've been right against the home, the vine is. And they've actually been climbing up the walls, and you can see some rub marks from their bodies. They've been climbing up these poles here, getting onto the roof right over here. You can see all the droppings on the roof line, a lot of activity. They actually put a bait station right here to start killing off some rats. You can see one entry point, that pipe right there on the siding. The rats were actually squeezing in to that pipe. This AC unit right here. And as I inspected it more thoroughly, I found some gaps right in the actual AC unit, and the air ducts drop straight down. The rats have actually been accessing through this AC unit, dropping down into the air ducts and chewing a hole, getting into the attic. So what I'm going to do now is actually seal here with galvanized mesh to make sure it's completely sealed airtight. Once we seal up all the holes, we then trap all the rats out. Once all the rats are trapped out, they do leave behind a lot of droppings and mess. So with her, we actually went in and removed all the dirty insulation. You can see all the urine marks. You can see they've been chewing up all the insulation. There's a lot of droppings. Her attic was just infested with rats. So one thing you have to do is you have to get rid of the odors and smells. Alright everyone, I'm actually here in Lakewood, California, and this customer of ours has been having a rat issue for quite some time, and they actually put out some bait, which is not the greatest thing to do since they can die in different areas. It's kind of like today what happened. They've been having this odor over here behind this oven for quite some time. So what I did is I had my little snake camera like here, and I looked down and I could actually find quite a few rat droppings in here. Yep, you can actually see the rat here, right there in the corner of the screen. So now I'm going to pull it out right now. Okay, as you can see, I cut away this ridge right here, and I was vacuuming up all the droppings, and lo and behold, I got myself a rat here. This is a big boy. How big that rat is. It's definitely an adult, pregnant. Gonna have about 5 to 8. These rats are called Norway rats. They are not very agile, and they stay close to the ground. And they are a lot bigger than the roof rats. And yeah, as you can see, it has infested this whole entire area down here. So I vacuumed a lot of droppings, but they're further down there. Alright, there you go.